Selangor ada 3 atau 4 hari untuk mengemukakan surat rayuan.
Daripada Datuk sendiri, keputusan MFL semalam memberi hukuman kepada Selangor.
Ya. Ahli Lembaga Pengarah MFL telah bermesyuarat dan mengemukakan apa yang kita post semalam mengenai 4 keputusan yang telah diambil atas pasukan Selangor. Keputusan denda, keputusan pampasan, keputusan tolak mata dan juga keputusan bermain di stadium kosong. Itu adalah pertimbangan daripada ahli lembaga pengarah mengenai butiran-butiran di dalam kes. Sebagaimana semua rakan-rakan media tahu, perkara ini masih di dalam proses perundangan dan juga pasukan Selangor ada juga satu akses kepada proses rayuan. So kami harap pasukan Selangor yang mungkin mana-mana pasukan tidak akan puas hati dengan mana-mana sanction yang dikeluarkan oleh Badan Pengelola Liga, dia boleh mengeluarkan surat rayuan untuk memastikan proses ini boleh dibawa ke peringkat lagi satu, iaitu peringkat rayuan.
Ada 4 hukuman yang diberikan kepada Selangor. Jadi kalau sekiranya Selangor membuat rayuan, ada tak mungkin satu hukuman yang akan dikurangkan ataupun
boleh daripada 4 rayuan tersebut, badan rayuan akan teliti proses keputusan dibuat, dan jikalau daripada 4 perkara tersebut perlu ke 1 atau 2 perkara dipertimbangkan semula, boleh diambil daripada badan rayuan.
So berapa lama tempoh rayuan?
Prosesnya pasukan Selangor ada 3 atau 4 hari untuk mengemukakan surat rayuan, dan selepas itu badan akan go through the relevant documents dan akan bersidang selepas itu, mungkin dalam 2, 3, 4 minggu. I think at the latest it should be completed kalau Selangor keluarkan surat rayuan.
Stuart, it seems the board have a lot of power. They can dictate which match to be closed off. It's against not convention.
Yeah.
One thing, that power that board has to decide, like all and mighty.
Yeah.
There's a concern there of abuse,
Yeah.
accusing of them of being an abusive.
Correct.
That one process and this justification, they didn't share the
Yeah.
justification for that match.
Yeah.
Maybe any updates on
Okay, thank you Rajan for the question. Maybe just for clarity, dengan tiada too much detail, the board made the decision on item number 4 based on commercial returns. For example, when a match is not played in Johor, the match is not played and pampasan is played, but there is no revenue, actually there's no keuntungan yang didapat daripada pasukan tersebut. So for them, the view is that the reverse match shouldn't have any profit for the participating team as well. So it is a commercial or it's a matter of commercial fairness. So one team doesn't profit from not attending one match but profiting from the return match. So that's the view of the board. But again, like I said, this matter can be appealed. So if Selangor feels that this is an unfair decision, they can appeal it. But that's the basis of why board made the decision number 4, because of walkover in game number 1. Pampasan is being paid, which is cost coverage, but nevertheless the team that had the walkover didn't have an opportunity to gain revenue. As you know, football clubs in Malaysia rely on this revenue. So dalam keuntungan of these big matches, it goes towards paying a lot of bills. So for even a club like JDT, that was the consideration of the board to ensure that the return match is a commercial fairness for all participating teams.
Dato', I believe semua klub tahu proses dan prosedur untuk setiap keputusan daripada MFL. Dan selepas keputusan ataupun decision dibuat, mereka juga tahu rayuan boleh dikemukakan kepada MFL. Tetapi dalam statement SFC semalam, mereka tidak menyebut sebarang ayat yang mengatakan kemungkinan akan mengemukakan rayuan kepada MFL, tetapi memilih cara lain untuk proceed ataupun untuk orang kata kesinambungan daripada keputusan MFL. Mungkin dari segi lawyer ataupun apa, I don't know.
I wouldn't know. Everything is a legal process, so memang akan ada lawyer yang akan terbabit. But we are based on football regulations. It is based on a football mechanism. The teams are aware of the judicial process, so they can go and abide by that. But nevertheless, I wouldn't want to make an assumption of what they meant from their post, because they're just looking at avenues, right? So it doesn't eliminate one avenue and include another. So I believe Selangor understands the due process.
So maksudnya mereka ada 3 ke 4 hari lah untuk kemukakan rayuan,
Betul.
ataupun boleh guna cara lain?
Perlu melalui Badan Rayuan MFL. Jikalau hendak keluar daripada proses perundangan lokal, perlu juga melalui proses tersebut. So proses Ahli Lembaga Pengarah dah is already complete. Sekarang the next process is proses rayuan. Selepas proses rayuan tu terpulang pada Selangor juga.
Is there any update on the FA Cup final? There's an allegation of KL fan attack last season and
No, I think we made that statement then. It's a police matter. As we made sure that it's a police issue, we don't have any updates on that matter.
on beside that, on organization way, it seems it could be a breach of local competition too. They didn't provide enough adequate safety or something.
Yeah, but this is not a fan and fan clash, right? It's a fan and authority.
Unknown.
Yeah, it's actually security of the venue, right? So we leave it as that. Security of the venue had an issue with the fan, and then for police to make the investigation. For
So
us,
football sense, there's no punishment.
football sense, there's no issue. I mean, it's a clash between the authority and the fan, right? So it's nothing to do with us at the moment. It did happen in our vicinity. We looked into the matter and we leave it to the authorities to make that investigation what happened.
But this also falls under FM as well, right? The
Yes.
disciplinary committee.
Yeah.
Datuk, difahamkan untuk aksi suku akhir MUFT dan juga JDT akan berlangsung di SSI. So that mungkin boleh sahkan.
Yes, on Friday, MUFT sent an official letter to Johor to request the use of the stadium for the first leg. I think MUFT, since the announcement since their win and understanding that they host the first leg, they struggled to find a venue to host the first leg. We were in CC in the terms of that first letter between MUFT to JDT to request that SSI is used as their home venue. In the regulation, any team they can nominate their own home venue. So this is a MUFT decision. So it will be best for MUFT to make sure that they clarify the matter, because they are the ones that nominated the use of SSI.
Venue MUFT kat mana sebelum?
Liga AFL, I don't know where they are. They are Liga AFL. So we have broadcast requirements, we have regulations that need to provide minimum standards. So I believe that's the one that they struggle with.
So there's no issue lah about this?
No issue from our side. The authority is on MUFT side. MUFT did not request for us to play in another stadium as well. So if they requested for us to play in another stadium and it was up to MFL to make that decision, then it's different. But they didn't come to us. They only informed us that they were requesting from SSI.
So SSI bersetuju?
So we received the letter yesterday requesting permohonan untuk menggunakan SSI. We haven't replied. I will go back to the office later today to sort that out.
Demi final Piala FA macam mana?
Piala FA di Stadium Nasional betul Piala.
Just nak clarify, kalau Selangor FC tu dia bawa kes ke civic court, charge ataupun di mataran, macam mana? Boleh ke?
Dia boleh bawa ke appeals body dulu dan selepas itu boleh keluar.
Appeals body tu maksudnya buat rayuan and everything semua?
Yes, correct. You kena melalui perundangan bola sepak dahulu sebelum dibawa keluar. Yeah, so that's just the ordinary steps. But it's the steps that if they want to take it outside, then they can utilize that proceedings.
Back to the earlier question that I asked.
Yeah.
The board is too powerful. There should be some sort of control. Is that a mechanism need to be considered?
I think this is the first time we've experienced this sort of case, Rajan. I think it's a matter for us to review. Of course, it's things that we can look at, but nevertheless, I believe the board also has its due process of the decisions that were made. I think there were a lot of speculation even straight after the walkover of even greater punishments. It was social media speculations of AFC slots, 12 points, 500,000, so many different sort of. So if you can rate that versus what has been decided, there was also due process. Again, I apologize because I can't share every detail with every line. There's a lot of documentation also involved. Hopefully one day you will know most of the details. But nevertheless, I have to also protect the decision of the board that they went through the documents that were submitted. Obviously, a team that was punished in this matter would feel there's a lot of unfairness, and that's given, and we respect that. But the due process of appeals is there. So we hope that the club submits the appeals letter, and then we can go through the appeals process.